Well, I just got through raking up all the little dead limbs, or 99% of them, and putting them over there on the fire. I got it all, both of those trees cut up, and all that's left on the ground is a whole bunch of sawdust and a few little limbs. And I just stacked it close. I don't know what I want to do with this stuff, and I didn't want to put it in the back in the way, so I just put it out here. But that made for those two trees made for a heck of a stack of wood. That's, I don't know, every bit of 4 foot tall those two are. That one over there's, I don't know how tall it is, but it's close to 4 foot. That first half of it there is anyways. But yeah, that made for a pretty good stack of wood. Pretty good stack. Like I said, I got the 99% of the little limbs and all that stuff all raked up and cleaned up, and got me a nice fire going over here. And I think I'm gonna clean up my mess over there at the cabin and get everything straightened up inside of there. And hopefully next week I'll be back down here staining. I got 2 cabins I've got to stain the outside of, and I'll be down here doing that. And I can, hopefully my sawyer has a bunch of my cedar done, so I can get that from him and bring it up here and start on that stuff. If anything, I can always start on the floor. And I really didn't do I was going to do the water line this morning, but it'd be just a muddy mess if I try to do it now. It's so wet because it rained a lot while ago. I really wanted to go back there and cut up that big old long pine right there, but I'm just wore out. That was a lot of picking up all that stuff I just picked up there. This one right here, I am just really sad about cutting this tree down because it sure was a pretty tree. Took a bunch of limbs out of these old trees back here and made one heck of a mess. I don't know if you can, how well that'll show up on this camera, but it made one heck of a mess. All that, this is one of my neighbor's property, and nobody has a cabin or anything on it, so I can kind of take my time on this one. But I wish there was some way I could cut this thing off right there and take that whole part right there with me. Man, that would make some gorgeous wood. I can make cabinets and shelves and just all kinds of stuff out of that. As Mr. Rush Limbaugh said one time, there's nothing like cutting down a big old beautiful tree and making a baby grand piano or a baseball bat out of it. You know, if you're putting it to use. I don't think it's bad to cut down a tree, but these were dead and I had no choice. So, you know, my shop's right there, and that sucker's big enough, it would have just took the whole thing out if it had fell. I hated like the devil to cut it down, but it was just as dead as it could be. These green limbs right here are off of other trees. See, it's just completely dead. Completely dead. Boy, that's a monster. That one limb right there is as big as a lot of trees. Okay, well, I am gonna go clean up some more stuff and might go cook me some lunch or something. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. The reason why this thing is sitting on this stump is once it started falling, it got against all those other trees over there, and I bet it took it 3 or 4 minutes or longer to fall, and we had to use wedges to help get it going on its way because it was just tangled up in those limbs up there, and it just real slowly fell, and it just peeled the limbs out of a bunch of those other trees. But they should be fine. They should be fine. Well, you guys have a good day, and thank you for checking in with me, and I hope you enjoyed this, and you have a good day.